Welcome to Games R Us. I've got something different today in Pokemon Planet. I decided to do player versus player, so I'm in a battle queue. As you can see, my first rival, Jasmine BR, is there, and this is first battle I had of the day. I needed to collect 100 points extra so I can roll Pawniard, so I needed 500 competitive points. And this video, well, what I did here, I actually speed up the video, so basically it's a highlight from like hour and a half session, and I'm just gonna show you the most interesting battles, and the rest I'm just gonna show you just the highlights and ends of it, just so you have an idea the battles I lost and won. This battle was pretty close, the first one. We both been playing really good, so good game to Jasmine. She's actually been doing really good, even though she's only ranked 1533. At the time of making this video, I'm just all the time around 1700 ranking. That's me. And in this battle, as you can see, I managed to come out a little bit on top by the end, and luckily for me, a bullet punch sorted out the Dragonite, and now all it's left is the Ferrophone, and I'm gonna manage to finish him off and get the first points of the day towards a Pawniard roll. And I'm gonna actually roll Pawniard at the end of this video, so stay with me. And this Pawniard actually synced. I'm doing the voiceover after the game, so I'm not doing it live. And I actually fought Jasmine BR a few times during this session. I think it was 2 or 3 times. This is the second time I won against her, and there was one more time, and all these 3 battles were very close to each other. But now we got the Rodz. Rodz is ranked 2067, and he's a very good player, the experienced player when it comes to battle queue. And as you're gonna see, I'm gonna struggle in this battle. My team isn't exactly the best team for this. That's why I need Pawniard. That's why I want to roll him to prepare for my own team. And I'm so glad that he did sync. But at the same time, my team needs a little bit update and changing. I've been neglecting my player versus player teams recently. I even done some Clan Wars battles recently before I made this video, and it was just terrible. I can tell you I only won 1 battle, and everything else I lost in T2. T1 team ain't even ready. But like you can see so far, in this battle, I'm losing so far 2-0. I'm gonna try to get back into this battle, but it's not gonna be easy. Unfortunately, he's got a little bit better team to counter my Pokemon, and there's not really that much I can do. And unfortunately, I also made some mistakes. When you play this sort of game, when you play player versus player, you have to be able to predict their moves, and you have to be able to know who they're gonna switch into next, which Pokemon have super effective moves against you. At the same time, you need to know what Pokemon that you have can counter their Pokemon, and it's sort of a mind game, to be honest. It's like chess, you know. It's not the easiest thing to do. It's literally like chess. You have to predict moves towards up front, and that's your best chance. But if you don't have a good enough Pokemon, sometimes there's just not much you can do. Even if you're gonna try to plan it out as best as you can, you're still gonna end up losing. And against experienced player like Rodz, unfortunately, with someone like me who is a little bit rusty in player v player, it's not the easiest task. But still, I managed to come back into the game a little bit. As you can see, now it's 3-3, and it became a bit of a closer game, which it's a good sign for me and for my team. My skills still need improving. I still have to invest into some Pokemon, still do some resets, and still do some move changes probably, and add to this team. I've been sort of changing during this session. This was like an hour and a half session, which I sort of squeezed into 15 minutes for you guys, so it's not too long. That's why the video is also been speed up, just so you can see what's going on. There's another quick battle again, wood chips. This was a battle that I actually managed to win. He's ranked nearly 1800. His ranking, my ranking at the time is just under 1700. But again, ranking doesn't always matter much. I've been playing against players before over 2000 ranking, and I still managed to win. It all depends what sort of Pokemon you have, what teams are against each other, and you might get lucky. And if you know exactly who is super effective and who isn't, then you always have a chance. But this battle, obviously, like I said, I won. But the only reason why I won this battle is because he actually quit. He realized that at that point I was set up, and he decided that he didn't want to play any longer. So there we have another player, Thunder Namo, and I believe this is another quite interesting battle. The one that I wanted to show you. This is well, it started off a little bit slow, but because it changed into a Glisso, it's actually helped me in a way, because I managed to set up my my spikes and my stealth rock. So that's why I'm gonna have a little bit of an advantage now, because every time he's gonna switch in or out, he's gonna be working for my advantage, and I can actually gain from it by dealing damage, by dealing sort of a passive damage without even doing any attacks, and that always helps. Now this was a bit of a mistake. The Staraptor will always pretty much kill Serperior. That's why I should have probably switched out at that point. That was my mistake, but I'm still gonna get back to the game. At the moment I'm losing 2-1, but the game is never lost until it's actually lost, so I'm never gonna give up. I always trying to play through the end, always trying to figure it out another way if it's possible. It's not always possible, but in this case I'm gonna change to Scissor now, and I'm gonna try to simply use one of the moves, but unfortunately knockoff didn't work because he tried to put me to sleep, and he successfully did it. And now he done me another favor, switching into a Glisso again. So he made a lot of mistakes himself, and he enabled my Scissor to wake up from slumber and actually finished him off. And now because he changed to a Slowbro, I had a super effective move knockoff, and yet again another Pokemon from his team was killed. And because the Volcarona decided to switch in, again spikes and Stealth Rocks done its job, and all I had to do is just finish him off. Same thing for Staraptor happened, and now last Pokemon Among Us that is left. Again, it's not that very effective against me, so I managed to finish him off, and at that point I was at 1732 ranking after that battle. These battles are not actually in any order, to be honest. There was another opponent here, T-Bear. I've met him 2-3 times during this session, and I managed to get some points against him, but there is an XX Mega Dragon XX, and he completely showed me off. He completely beat me to 6-1. I only managed to kill one of his Pokemon, and that was a really bad one, so good job Dragon XX. He done really well there. I could not do anything in this battle. It did not go well for me. But now we have KibirLee. He's one of the very experienced players in this game. I believe he's also one of the modes in the game as well. And this is a quite interesting game, but as you can imagine, he's already ranked 2010, and this would never be easy battle, not for many people. I'm gonna try to do my best. And so far I'm already one Pokemon down. I managed to set up at least, and I'm gonna try to lose raw. I'm using my Skarmory to set up at the beginning of the battle, usually with Stealth Rocks and Spikes, and always, you know, hope that's gonna help me. As long as someone doesn't use Defog, then that gives you a bit of an advantage. And now I'm gonna manage to finish off one of his more Pokemon, the Conkeldurr. Now he went for Ferrothorn, and always, these are always a very difficult ones. If you don't have a fire Pokemon or some sort of Magnezone with hidden power fire, or maybe even like Serperior, but my Serperior was already dead unfortunately at this point, which made things more difficult. As you can see, he also been using Zapdos, and I'm pretty sure his Zapdos is bold because it wasn't easy to deal damage to him. And yet nonetheless, I've tried my best. I'm already 3-1 down. I never expected this battle to be won against such a difficult rival. But the whole point of this session was to gather 100 points, and I was doing quite well doing it. It took me just over an hour to get those 100 points, luckily. And luckily for me, I didn't have all the really good players against me. So I'm still happy with this session. And every time you fight against someone this good, it's always a good learning cue. You know, it's always you have to take some sort of positives out of it and learn for the future. So now it's Zapdos again, destroying one of my Pokemon. My Azumarill just died, and my last Pokemon left is my Gengar. There's not really much I can do, especially if you have Choice Scarf. So he literally just switched into Diggersby, and my move is completely ineffective against him, and that way he just literally finished me off, and that was it. Now this is another Oswald 50 that managed to defeat me. It was another lost game there, unfortunately. And here we have yet another good game. I think this was pretty good game. Adrianinho, he done really good in this game. It's going to be a very close one. That's why I'm decided to show you this game in particular. He's been ranked around 1770. At the time of this battle, I was just over 1700 myself. And yeah, just let's have a look. He decided to come out with Slowbro again and managed to finish off my my Scizor. But lucky for me, my Azumarill decided to finish him off. And Spikes and Stealth Frog again doing me a massive favor because I managed to set up properly again. And the setup is always very important. It's good to have a setup Pokemon. When you're playing Battle Queue, it's not quite the same as Clan Wars. Clan Wars are all about speed because people want to they don't want to spend too much time mucking about. They don't want to be stalling. They just want to keep going so they can get as much points in that 40 minutes as possible. But when it comes to Battle Queue, it's a little bit different. You can spend a bit more time, you can have a bit more Pokemon. If you do want to stall, then you can stall. I'm not the biggest fan of stalling, but at the same time, at least you want to be able to set up, because that could help you immensely. So there you go, that was another win. And there is another Chinstrap this time. He also done pretty good, but he was in around 1600 ranking, but I managed to beat him. I've done some changes to my team in the meantime, changed my, at some point, I changed my Weevil into Cloyster, and then I went back to Weevil again by the end. And this is the another little quick battle with Tibur. I mentioned before, I met him a few times during this session, and even this time I managed to win. Again, it was very close, but finally I got my 500 competitive points, and it was time to roll Pawniard. 500 competitive points, there we go. I put my adamant synchronized Gardevier on, and for the first time, because I haven't had Pawniard before, I've rolled it, and in a moment you're gonna see the results of it. I've already mentioned it's synced, and I've already mentioned I used adamant sync, and so there it is, adamant Pawniard. And unfortunately the IVs are not great. IV is gonna have to be resetted, but nonetheless, this is the Pokemon I wanted. I've got it now, and all I gotta do is reset. To me, that's the minimum I can do now in order to enjoy this Pokemon and make him part of my team, because that was the whole point. Very important Pokemon in this game, and I couldn't be any happier. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope this will encourage you as well to play Battle Queue yourselves and do more competitive fighting. And if you like the videos, don't forget to smash the red button, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. And thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Take care for now.